Dragon Ball fans. Today we're going to be doing a review of Dragon Ball Super Episode 22. Now, before I start this video off, I want to say that I did have a Super 20. I think it was 20 or 21. I think it was um, it was when Pan was born episode. I can't remember which number it was, but I took that down because I didn't think it was a good review. But this time I'm gonna start with Episode 22 because I actually do want to get like a good review out. So let's start this, I guess. So the episode starts out with where we left off. Togoma, or in the whoever, however you call it, Togoma kills Shisami, and at the same time even in hurting and almost killing Gohan. If it weren't for that senzu bean and Piccolo's help, Gohan would have actually died. So with the help of Gohan, with the help of Piccolo and the senzu bean, Gohan was restored back, and then we see, and then that's where the episode starts out. Them getting back on their feet and facing Togoma. Now, Togoma was obviously a lot stronger than Gohan, Piccolo, everybody combined, uh, which was kind of surprising, really, because Togoma is like at best Zarbon and Ghidorah's level at best, or beats Ghidorah and Zarbon at their best. Yet he's able to like catch up with the Z-Fighters, which I know how he did it, but still, like, it should still be a tough fight. So then we see a familiar character returning to the Dragon Ball franchise, the series, and that's Frog Ginyu. For you guys who don't know who Frog Ginyu is, on Planet Namek, Ginyu was about to body change with Vegeta, but then Goku threw a frog right before it hit Vegeta, and then Captain Ginyu turned into a frog. So then now he's on Earth. He explains on the episode how he got revived to Earth, or how he was at Earth. So it's in the episode, which I guess they filled that point. I was about to say, like, if they didn't even explain how he was on Earth, I was gonna be a bit annoyed, but luckily they did. So we see Frog Ginyu. Oh, before that, actually, I'm actually skipping. Gotenks actually arrives to the battlefield, and he just comes Gotenks. Like, he's not like Goten and Trunks. Then they do the fusion. At the battlefield, it's just Gotenks. The Gotenks just headbutts Tagoma in the nuts, which is pretty funny. The one thing that would have actually hurt Tagoma. Then they defuse for some reason. Now they just arrived at the battlefield, and these guys can like fly around the Earth. They could have literally flew around the Earth 20 times and still be there, and still have enough time to fight Tagoma with 30 minutes. He's in his SSJ1 form, not SSJ3, and he still was able to. He still defused, which is kind of weird. But hopefully they explain that. I don't think they will, but if they do, then that's great. So after that, the plot I wanted this to happen in Resurrection F, but because Goten and Trunks weren't in the movie, I was kind of disappointed. Frieza notices Goten and Trunks. Now I thought that what Frieza was gonna do is like attack them or just shoot like a ki blast at them, so they would just run away. But that didn't happen. Goten and Trunks themselves just ran away, which, well, at least they had some interaction, or somewhat of an interaction. Then it moves on to the Frog Ginyu. After Togoma was headbutt in the nuts, it's still kind of funny. I told my friend that he was laughing. Anyway, so he got headbutt in the nuts. He's on the floor, just trying to get himself together. Then we see Frog Ginyu appear right in front of him, and then he writes the word change on the ground. And the second Togoma says that, his body changes with Frog Ginyu. So now the frog is Togoma, and Ginyu is in Togoma's body. So we're gonna refer to Togoma as Ginyu Togoma. So just so you guys know who I'm talking about. So then after that, Ginyu Togoma reveals to Frieza that, it's Ginyu. I've come back to Togoma's body. And now, one thing I don't really understand about what happened in this episode is where Togoma actually was able to control or bring out Togoma's full power. Now, in the episode, Togoma did say that he was not used to the body, but he did it so quickly, able to bring out his full power. He was able to do it so quickly, but it wouldn't really make sense why he wasn't able to do it on Namek. That's the one problem. He was able to do it here, even though he said he couldn't control it, he was still able to bring out his full power, but still, for some reason, he's controlled Togoma's body and he's able to bring out his full power. So I guess you'd count that as a plot hole, don't really know. I have my own theories, but I won't say them now. I'll probably say them in a later video. Then Ginyu Tagoma starts fighting Z Fighters, powers up, hits, basically knocks out everybody. First attacks Tien, then Master Roshi, Piccolo, Krillin, and then Gohan. They're all on the ground. Then Gohan decides to fight him. He's fighting Ginyu Tagoma. Gohan's getting absolutely wrecked. He gets tossed around. Like, okay, one thing I want to say about Gohan, I don't like how Akira Toriyama and even Toei Animation is actually building Gohan's character. Now I understand that Toriyama knows that Gohan is not fit for the role, but the one thing that Toriyama has to understand, and Toei, is that even if he trained after the Buu saga, it wouldn't matter because Goku and Vegeta would get the God power and they'll be way above Gohan. So Gohan still wouldn't matter, but he's strong. Which I don't know why they degraded his power. Hopefully in in Universe 6 arc, I already know what's gonna happen because of the manga, but I just want something to happen to Gohan, which will do something hopefully. But like, if you transform to an SSJ1 and you reveal that he still wasn't able to control the SSJ1 power. He even said in the episode that he doesn't know if his body can handle it, which is still like, it's a shock. I was honestly so angry after that. I was like, wow, really, Toriyama, Toei, are you gonna do this? I understand that it's not fitting for Gohan to be the main character, but you have to understand that even if he trained after the Buu saga for 4 years, whatever, it still wouldn't matter because Goku and Vegeta will get the God Power, fight Beerus, be way more stronger than him, so it really wouldn't matter. Even Beerus knocked him out in one kick, and in Super just threw Majin Buu and he's knocked out. But that's beside the point. So Gohan's fighting, getting wrecked by Tagoma, gets thrown around. Then Gohan's like, alright, time to go SSJ. It goes SSJ. I don't know if it was SSJ2, but you would have seen the lightning if it was. So it transforms into an SSJ2. Fights Tagoma, wrecks Tagoma, because, you know, apparently 50 times multiply was just enough. And then he spares Tagoma, and then Frieza has a flashback of how he was spared by Goku, and Gohan gives the same look to Tagoma. Then Frieza gets really mad and starts shooting Tagoma, starts like shooting Gohan, and Gohan's like on the ground. He basically wanted, when Goku returned back from Beerus' planet, he wanted him to feel the pain of his son being lost, which, you know, which I don't think is a good idea, because if that actually did happen, if Goku came back, his son's dead, likely chances is that Goku will transform into an SS God SS3, and then he'll no, that won't happen, but, you know, it's my own headcanon, but whatever. So that happens, but then the last blow, so Gohan's out of his SSJ form, there's a bunch of holes in his body, which, okay, these holes don't exactly have a lot of blood. The only detailed injury that I saw in this episode, which I'm about to get to, is when Piccolo got shot through the chest, and that was the only detailed injury that I saw. It was just holes, and now I know because it's a TV series, they have to censor it, but hopefully for the Blu-rays, which are released, by the way, and they fixed up episode 5, if you're gonna release the Blu-rays, at least have the blood there, because, you know, Dragon Ball Z, when Frieza gets cut in half, that crap was gruesome. That stuff was pretty gruesome, and I like that kind of stuff. When Goku got Special Meat Makanko Sapo through the chest when he was trying to hold Raditz, there was blood. Obviously, when I was watching this, I was watching Kai on not Cartoon Network, not Nicktoons, not Nickelodeon, whatever. I actually watched it on this TV program. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's called Cakes TV. I actually watched it there. It wasn't as censored, but it was still censored. Until I watched the Z version, it was pretty bloody. But yeah, so that's just one note for Toei and Akira Toriyama to do. I'm just sorry, I have to clear my throat. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, so Gohan's like basically about to die. Frieza shoots one last finger beam, and then this is when Piccolo does the same thing he does on Namek and the same thing he does on Earth and the Saiyan Saga. He blocks the key attack or the finger beam with his own body. He gets a hole through his stomach, and the detail is where there's like a bit of like light through the hole. Now I don't know if this is gonna make Gohan angry. I hope it actually does get Gohan angry, because this is one opportunity they have to have Gohan do something. This is one opportunity they have. So what I want them to do in the next episode is that Gohan's just shocked. He's just looking at Piccolo. He's not moving. He's not moving. Looks at Frieza, so angry. Then he just goes into this trance and transforms into a fully powered SSJ2, just like Vegeta did against Beerus. Flies to Frieza. Frieza's like, oh, what's this? And then Gohan just goes ultra speed and knocks Frieza out of his little thing. Then just pounds Frieza, pounds. Then kicks Frieza like into the water, onto the ocean. Just shoots a huge Kamehameha, which leaves a huge hole. Then Frieza just comes up. Now he hasn't got any scratches, but he's breathing heavily. He's like breathing heavily. But that just means that's because it was a bit unexpected of what happened. He was like, oh, so you were hiding this much power. That's why, because he let his guard down, right? So then Gohan's surprised that he doesn't have a scratch on him. He's just a bit tired from that, or like breathing heavily. Then Frieza just knocks Gohan out. Piccolo tries to not Piccolo. Somebody tries to save him, or like basically, Frieza punches Gohan or something. And Gohan goes like flying towards back to where he was. But that's what I want for the next. That's what I want. If I were the guys who were to do it to make the episode, I would want that. But anyway, back to the actual episode. So Piccolo's just there. Frieza's just laughing. He's just like, yeah, I did this. One key moment of the episode is where Goku and Vegeta are in that dimension that we sent them in, and apparently it's the same feeling as the Room of Spirit and Time, aka the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. So Goku even says that in the episode. It's like the same as the Room of Spirit and Time. And when they were in the room, they couldn't actually move. They were physically stuck until Vegeta figured out that you have to keep the key inside instead of leaking so you can move. So then Goku did the same thing, and yeah, they were able to move now. Now I hope they actually do show how he unlocks SS God SS, because I don't want them in the next episode to be like, yeah, he already has SS Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or SS Super Saiyan Blue, whatever. I like Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan better than Super Saiyan Blue, to be honest. I think Super Saiyan Blue is a stupid name, stupider than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. They should have named it Super Saiyan God Blue or something. That might have made it a bit less stupid, but because they named it Super Saiyan Blue, they should have just named it Saiyan God for the red hair and Super Saiyan God for the blue hair. But that's not. I can't actually decide that. I'm gonna stick to Super Saiyan God. So I hope what happens is like Goku, Whis. Okay, so this is what I want. This is again what I want for the episode, for the next episode. Hopefully, when Whis takes Goku and Vegeta out of the dimension, he tells them that Frieza is stronger than ever. In case you need to do this, take my advice. Try fusing your God power with the SSJ power. Goku when he's fighting Frieza in his golden form, he tries to do that, but he just turns into a regular yellow hair SSJ, which is still pretty powerful. Or he can turn into a Super Saiyan God, I don't really mind, which are both still pretty powerful. He fights Golden Frieza. Uh, it's basically an even fight, but then Golden Frieza obviously has power. Then Goku. Well, I don't actually know what I want for how Goku unlocks Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. I just want the fight to go like this. But I'm just rambling on here, so I'm gonna go back to the actual episode. So they're in their room, and they have to control the key inside them so they don't, get stuck. So I guess that's all for the episode. If I don't know if I missed anything out. In the preview, it looks like Goku's gonna fight Frieza in the next episode. Vegeta's gonna smack down Tacoma. I can already tell because Vegeta's just like what. Vegeta is actually my favorite character. If you guys didn't know, it's surprising if you didn't know, but whatever. So hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Now, one thing I do want to say is, have a question that some of you guys might ask yourself or ask me. Why would I want to subscribe to you? Unlike I'm a pretty young person when it comes to Dragon Ball Z and Super, but I'm like in my school, I know people who enjoy Dragon Ball, but they're just casual fans, so they just watch the English dub. I watched Dragon Ball a pretty long time ago in the Japanese version. Even though I may sound young, which I am, I did watch it in the Japanese version. I didn't watch it in the Japanese. I watched it in the Japanese version Dragon Ball. Then I watched Kai in dubbed in Kicks TV, and then I watched Z in Japanese, and then GT in Japanese, and then yeah, all that. Super obviously in Japanese now. Battle of Gods and Resurrection of Japanese and English. I watched them both. So I know a lot about the series. My friends just tease me a lot being a nerd, a geek, but I like Dragon Ball, so that's what I guess I am on it. Like if Like my friends told me like, as long, why don't you apply yourself like this to school? I don't really know. So if you guys want to have, if you guys want to have the truest information, not those liars that keep spreading nonsense across the Dragon Ball community, I'm the channel to go. There's obviously different channels, but I have very different opinions to other people, and I'm able to like figure out a lot of stuff that other people can't. I've done that in the past, so I'm definitely able to do it again. So anyway, that's all there is for today, people. If you guys do enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a nice day. Peace out.